Alright, so this video is just to show you some cool things that I like to do when making music. Let's say I go into a song and I have no clue what the tempo is going to be, but I have an idea just what I want to play. So there's all kinds of ways you can do this. This is Tonality in AUM, and you'll see I have it connected through upright piano on the intimate piano, and I'm using Koala as my recorder / everything else. This last track is just the microphone you hear me talking through. Hopefully it's clear. Just trying to make this a quick one. So I have Tonality connected to the upright, and I went through and made some chords, and I've shown this before where you start with the chords you like first, or you go here first, hit scale chords, pick a scale, put the dominants in. These are the dominants right there. And if you hit the first one, let's say you like it, then maybe you go down here. If you look to the bottom where I just moved this, and there's the bass note. So I added one bass note to each chord. Okay. Next thing I did was I used this little one down here, which is, I'm going to pull it up here. It's called the voice lead. The voice lead, if you hold it down and touch the first chord, and then keep it holding it down, you can touch each chord, and there's usually at least one or two voice leads that match that chord. So you find the voice leads you like, and you go through each chord and do that based on that first chord you're going to start with. Then once you get that, you have all the notes. Then you start messing around coming up with chord progression patterns that you like. So for me, I like this. I'm gonna start back over. So I played that pattern and recorded it into Koala. And I always go back and play that first chord in the rhythm that I'm going to play it in. Okay. Now this is played straight into one pad. I don't know the tempo of what I played. I'm going to go ahead and crop that last one off. Now I should have a perfect loop. But I need to know what that tempo is that I played in so that I can set the actual tempo, because I didn't play to a click. So how do I do that? So I'm going to hit Tools, Export. I'm going to say the edited sample. And I'm just, for the purpose of this, just going to call it test tempo. I'm going to say, okay. It's going to ask me where do I want to send it to. I'm going to use an app. And I've told you guys in a previous video about this app called Chord AI. It's my favorite. If you throw it in the Chord AI, what you get here is some information. At the top, you'll see it says the key is in F sharp. That's also G flat, which is technically not right because this is a Dorian scale, and it's not the right tempo for that chord. But whatever, I'm not even worried about that. What I am concerned about is this BPM. That part should be pretty spot on. So it's saying that I'm playing this at 92 beats per minute. That's all I need to know, which is fine. So what I'll do is I'll go in here, or up here, because Koala's slave to AUM when you're using it like this. And I'll set it at 92. Turn the click on and give me a pre-count of at least 1. And so what I'm going to do now, just to test it, is I don't have to play this technically, but I do know that if I hit stretch, it'll tell me that's 8 bars. Okay, so we'll go into the sequence, and I'll double up till I get to 8 bars. Okay, click in, and I'm going to do this to make it easy. It's on the first one, so I'll just draw one in there, a whole bar. I'm going to take the record, not the metronome. I'm going to take the click in off. Oops. Okay, now I'm just going to play it and see where we're at. Not bad. It's off. For sure it's off. But I think it's where I could at least now know I'm going to work with 92 BPM. Let's stretch it and see what it does. Sounds terrible. So I have options. The options are I can replay it, or I can chop the chords up and play it from here. I personally just rather play to the metronome. So I'm going to get rid of it because I was using it purposely just to see what I wanted to play. And now I kind of have an idea. So what I'll do is I'll go back in, open up Tonality, go ahead and start a pad, and we'll play. But before we do that, let's turn the click on, because this time we're going to really do it to a click. And I'll need a 4-bar count in, and down below it says during pre-roll only. I'm going to turn that on. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it on all the way. Pre-roll. There you go. Because I don't have a drum track, so we're going to do it that way. All right, so we'll start this. We'll do the start here. Oops, and I messed up, which happens. Okay, not too worried about that. We'll start another one. Get that click again. I felt off on that. It's all right. Do it again. Totally played something that I didn't want. Start it again. Let's do it. And I forgot to play the first chord, so that's a mistake, which means it'll be off. So the one thing about recording a Koala is you need, if you're going to do this type of way, you're not going to record each chord and then play them, you're going to need to make sure you play that that note, first note once, a chord once again. All right, so let's do this. This is easier than what I'm making it here. I'm messing up. All right, here we go. Oh, wait. See? Okay. Press record. Holding notes too long is not the answer. Okay. So now you'll see we played through, and I played that extra note, so I know this last one is wrong, so I'll zoom in a little bit there. Tools, crop. So we should have a perfect loop in time this time. I won't say perfect because nothing I do is perfect, but so we'll turn off the count in. Oops, and hit play. So that's how I like to record. Now, I know for a lot of people, they don't want to sit there and do that long. They'll get frustrated, but practice makes perfect. And remember, we're not even fully playing the chords. If you had to really sit and play this, you'd be doing it forever trying to get that. But what I like about doing it like this is it gives you some live feel, because there's a couple mistakes in there and I can hear them, probably even see them a little. But that little timing miss here, there gives it somewhat of a natural feel. And the purpose of this was to show you that you can get the tempo, what you play, or around that tempo, and then use that to go back and replay it to the timing. And even if you're off, that's okay. We're going to turn the quantize off. And now we have an 8-bar loop. Let's always throw a copy over, because if you make a mistake, then you have something you can come back. Otherwise, you have to sit there and clear out everything. All right. So from there, where would I go? I would start making the drums. So there's different ways. There's drumming inside of the actual AUM, if you want to do it that way. Like, for instance, if you want to put some type of effect on the drum. Or there's my way of doing it, which is I'm just going to drum it in Koala. So I'm going to use import file. And then what I like to do, browse again, go to wherever you keep your samples. I have mine, the ones I use the most up here. So we'll use SP Vids, grab a kick. I like that one. It's deep, it's subtle at the same time. Grab a snare. I like that one. It's more like a rim. And then grab a hat. I like that. I put these on one shot. And one shot that one. I usually turn my hats down. I don't like loud hats. So sometimes, depending on these are really loud, so we can go to about 9. Maybe bring the snare down to like 3. Somewhere close. Doesn't need to be perfect. You're just trying to get it to where it sounds good to you. Maybe the kick down just a little bit too. These samples are really hot. He recorded them, I think they're 32-bit record, because they're really there. He got them like right up there without peaking. So whatever he did a good job. Anyway, so I'm going to do my snares first. Now, mind you, I'm on the phone. If I'm on the iPad, I might be able to drum it by hand. But since I'm on the phone right now and I don't have my OP1 hooked up to it, I'm just going to do it by hand. I do like a click on, so I will turn it on here. And I will give myself a 1-bar count in. Okay. I can actually draw these in probably quicker, but yeah, let's just draw them in. So it's pretty simple on drawing it in. Just zoom in and you pretty much know that you're going to put a snare on the 2 and the 4, right? And then all you have to do is highlight, copy, come over here, paste, and make sure they line up. They do. Now, if you want to make this even quicker, copy, paste, line them up, done. Oh wait, I forgot this was 8 bars. Yep. Copy again, same principle. This is like your FL Studio drawing in notes or drawing in kicks. Sometimes what I like to do is turn the snap off to free. I'll zoom in as they're all highlighted, and I'll nudge them just a little bit before. There you go. Turn it back to 16. On the hats, the good thing that they've added to Koala on hats is the note repeat feature. turn the velocity on so you don't have to do this manually. And then what we're going to do is my dog walks in. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. This is live recording, just so I can finish the video. Okay, so I don't need the metronome going. I don't need the pre-count because all this is going to be done without it. So if you have the velocity, which is down here, and you move, there's your variation right there. Velocity sensitivity. Just up and down. Okay, so let's do this. Now we will need to record, but I'm going to turn the metronome and this back on actually. Okay, I messed up because I didn't put the record on. If you're going to record into here, you need to make sure that's on, then start it. Sorry about the noises. Stop it. I'm going to turn the click off, turn the count off. We don't need it anymore. So if you look in here, now mind you, I turned off quantize for at least the kicks, right? Everything else was drawn in or played in. So now we can just play it. So it's okay if you have an off kick, go in and find out where it's off at and fix it. Watch. So we'll watch it. So I don't like the way that sounds. So I'm just gonna quantize that, snap it to a 16, see how it sounds. I'm gonna undo that. Let's just get this one here. This first note here, we'll snap that to see what it does. I don't like it. Sorry about the squeaky chair. What I do like here is the latter half of the drums. So what I might do for the sake of time is at least copy that portion to, what was that? I copied 2 bars. I'm gonna move these 2 bars, delete that. Cool. And then I'm going to take a peek at that front portion again and see if I like it. So something's going on here. Oh. So some of these are really off, some of them are on. If your drumming skills are good, you can work around this. I actually kind of like that little off. I want this note on. Maybe this one on. Okay. So it's not great, but it's doable, and maybe I'll go back later and work on that. But I just wanted to show you that I took a chord idea, recorded it, figured out a roundabout tempo, then restructured or rebuilt it to that tempo so that I could get kind of what I naturally was playing the tempo at. And it's not perfect, but you just using it as a guide instead of just always picking a tempo. Probably if I was picking a tempo, I might pick around the 80s, like 83, 84. That's typically where I ride at, but this is nice. This is something a little different. And so what's cool is now you can start building melodies. So let's say you want to just, in my drum on the iPhone, you want to switch, so you might replace that and find something else that you want to play a melody with. Let's see what I have. I went back and added these. I forgot I put on this. I don't know. But you notice I hit replace, so I don't have to go through all that setting up stuff. So in order to be able to play without having to go through the pads, then I would just hook up the keyboard, and then that's down here. This is probably terrible, but sound. I never use this plugin. What did I decide to all of a sudden? Oof. Okay. I'm not a huge synth guy. I like them if they're subtle and they fit, but like stuff that's really electronic-y is just not my bag. So you get the point. This video is probably done. I just wanted to show you how to get started. By all means, use what you use best and constructively make songs the way you make them. I'm not keeping this. This is just something I'm just showing you that you can do to get your tempo idea. If you get stuck in a rut with using the same tempos, just play something or find a song you're inspired by, find the tempo from that, and then build something with that tempo just to give you inspiration, okay? I went further than what I was going to do originally, but I think it was worthy just to see kind of the workflow of how I put together ideas and thoughts and whatever. And hopefully it helps you as many have helped me too. So, all right, that's it.